Marvel has dropped all the episodes of Wonder Man series, and what a story it was. I really enjoyed watching Yahya Abdul-Mateen II's Wonder Man and Kingsley Ben-Adir's Trevor Slattery pair. The series ends with both of them on this final flight, and nobody knows where they both went. But in this video, we're going to find answers to all these questions. Will Wonder Man return to the MCU? Will we see him back in Spider-Man Brand New Day or Avengers Doomsday? So without any delay, let's break it all down. Simon Williams is a struggling actor living in LA who got his superpowers in his childhood. And we just know that when he was small, there was a fire incident with him in the kitchen. And there are pretty high chances that he's a mutant. But the problem here is that superpowered actors are not allowed in Hollywood. Because an actor named Dorman, while drunk on set, made another actor disappear forever. After that, powered actors were banned from Hollywood. That's why Simon wants to keep his abilities secret. Meanwhile, Trevor Slattery, aka the Mandarin, comes to LA to restart his acting career. But Damage Control arrests him. Now we've seen Damage Control many times in the MCU. First, they used to clean up the destruction from superheroes' battles. But later, they started cleaning up the superheroes themselves. You've seen Damage Control in Spider-Man and Ms. Marvel. But Damage Control has its own problem. The Supermax prison we saw in She-Hulk is half filled. And to get federal funding, they have to fill this prison with more superpowered people. That's why Agent Cleary wants Trevor's help to arrest Simon. At first, Trevor agrees, but then they both get cast in lead roles for a big-budget remake called Wonder Man. And this is Simon's dream role because Wonder Man inspired him to become an actor. And Wonder Man was his dad's favorite movie, too. But then a reporter gathers information about Trevor and it comes out that he was arrested, and Simon finds out his best friend was spying on him. In anger, Simon goes to the soundstage and uses his powers to blow up the entire set. But Trevor, to save his best friend, takes all the blame on himself as the Mandarin. Then Wonder Man gets released. Simon becomes a big star, and right at that time his agent asks him what he wants to do next. In the last episode, we see a long sequence, where he meets an ordinary person and follows him for a role. Throughout the episode, we're shown this, and finally, it's revealed that this person is actually a prison guard at the Supermax prison. With his help, Simon gets into the prison. He uses his ionic powers to block the cameras and flies Trevor out from there. Now the special thing about this ending was that it reveals Simon's true goal wasn't to become a movie star. Throughout the series, we saw that Simon sacrifices even his friends and relationships to fulfill his dreams. But until he became friends with Trevor, he wasn't even close to this dream. Only after meeting Trevor did his life get better. Although to achieve fame, he had to sacrifice this friendship. But this doesn't make him happy. So Simon's real character arc here was that he needs people in his life that he cares about, and this is the reason that to help his best friend Trevor, he almost sacrificed his career. At the end of the series, it's shown that Simon spent months mastering his abilities. For years, he had kept his powers suppressed. But now he has such good control over his abilities that he can use ionic energy to shoot video cameras. And Damage Control suspects that he was the one who broke Trevor out of jail. But they have no proof. Sure, there's that prison guard who Simon was with for many weeks and who let him into the prison. But remember that Simon gave him money to pay his daughter's medical bills. So the guard won't open his mouth, and it looks like Simon is completely safe. Guys, the way this clip ends, it's confirmed that Wonder Man Season 2 is also coming. But Simon can't hang out with Trevor now because Damage Control has basically declared him wanted. So first, they'll have to clear Trevor's image. And maybe for this, Simon could take She-Hulk's help because she also lives in LA, and she has already fought Abomination's case who was in Damage Control's custody. So She-Hulk can prove Trevor innocent in court, and with this excuse, Marvel's West Coast Avengers formation could happen. You know, Wonder Man, She-Hulk, Hawkeye, Vision, Rhodey, Ant-Man, and family. Now, if Simon's superpowered thing comes out in front of the world, he won't get work in Hollywood. And for Simon, the second option here is that he could become part of X-Force. X-Force is basically a group of mutants who are real-life movie and TV stars, but have powers. The show didn't explain how Simon got his powers, but it's possible that Simon is one of MCU's first mutants. And it seems like Damage Control is going to be the main bad villain of the Mutant saga. Damage Control has started catching superpowered people since the snap. They had arrested Peter Parker and had also seized Tony Stark's Stark technology. And in Ms. Marvel, they were hunting Kamala Khan and Kamran with the help of these same drones. And as I said, Damage Control is catching every single superpowered character to fill their prison, whether they're good or bad. And this sounds like the Mutant Registration Act. In the first X-Men movie, there was a lot of debate on this block, where basically mutants had to register with the government, And we've heard that Damage Control is going to appear in Spider-Man Brand New Day too. So maybe here they'll be hunting Spider-Man and some other mutants. Like according to rumors, Sadie Singh's character is actually Jean Grey and she's also a mutant. That's why Damage Control will be after her too. Guys, we can see Agent Cleary becoming the main bad villain of the Mutant Saga, who will basically be like X-Men movies' William Stryker. And as for Wonder Man appearing in Avengers Doomsday, I don't think he will be brought into Doomsday so quickly. I think we'll see Wonder Man in the Mutant Saga, but he's not going to appear in Doomsday. I don't think so that he'll have any role in Doomsday. Already, there are so many characters here. So focusing on Wonder Man here will be difficult. I really liked the Wonder Man series. Now, if its second season comes, it will be really great. Then we can see him moving forward in the Mutant Saga with other characters. Guys, definitely tell me in the comments how you like the Wonder Man series. And are you ready for its second season? And do you want to see it appearing in Avengers Doomsday? If you liked the video, then don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, because we bring such amazing videos daily.